If you're an Algerian citizen with plans to travel to the Schengen area, especially France, you need to listen up. There are some huge changes coming in 2025, and in this explainer, we're going to break down absolutely everything you need to know. So let's get right to it. Are you thinking about applying for a visa to France from Algeria anytime soon? If the answer is yes, then you're in the right place, because the process you thought you knew, well, it's about to look very, very different. And listen, we're not talking about just a few small tweaks to a form. These are some major, fundamental shifts in how applications are handled, who's handling them, and how they're being evaluated. So let's dive in. All right, first things first, let's tackle the most immediate changes, the nuts and bolts of the operation. We've got a brand new provider taking over, and for some of you, the whole booking process is getting a pretty serious and welcome upgrade. Here it is, the single biggest shift you need to be aware of. Starting in April 2025, say goodbye to VFS Global and TLS Contact for French visa applications in Algeria. The new exclusive provider is going to be Capago International, so burn that name into your memory. Capago, that's your new go-to. And you might be asking, okay, so where can I find them? Well, Capago is setting up centers in 4 key cities across the country: Algiers, Oran, Annaba, and Constantine. That's pretty good news. It means there should be decent access no matter where you're located. I know what you're thinking, right? New company, new fees. Does this mean it's going to cost more? Well, we have some good news on that front. The official word is that the standard visa application fees are not going up because of this change. That should be a relief for a lot of people. Now, for all the students out there, this is a really fantastic update. Your appointment booking process is about to get automated. What does that mean? It means once you finish all your Campus France paperwork, you'll automatically get a confirmation. No more scrambling online trying to find an open slot. It should make things a whole lot easier. Okay, so we've covered the logistics, but there's another side to this story. And honestly, it's a tougher one. Applicants are facing a lot more scrutiny lately, and there's been a pretty scary drop in the number of visas being approved. So let's get into why that's happening. Just look at this number, a 28% drop in French visas for Algerians in January 2025 compared to the year before. I mean, that is not a small dip. That's a massive trend, and it tells us that the evaluation process has gotten a lot more strict. So what's the official reason for this crackdown? Well, it really comes down to one big problem: fraud. The EU delegation in Algeria has been very direct about this. They're warning that a lot of applications that go through unofficial agents are ending up as document fraud cases. And that's why officials are being so blunt with their advice. First, remember that the appointment slot itself is free. You should never ever pay someone just to book a time for you. Second, do not use these third-party agents. Seriously, it doesn't help your chances. In fact, it does the opposite. It dramatically increases your risk of getting rejected. But it's not just about fraud, you know? There's a bigger political picture here. Tensions between France and Algeria, especially around migration policies, have been high. And while it's not an official reason, that kind of diplomatic climate can absolutely lead to visa officers being more cautious and applying tighter checks. Okay, so we've looked at the what and the why, but now for the most important part. What does all of this actually mean for you and your application? Let's break down the practical stuff. Let's just boil it all down. Here are the 3 things you absolutely must remember. 1. Starting April 2025, Capago is your point of contact for France. 2. Go directly to their official website to book. Avoid those third-party agents like the plague. And 3, with refusal rates up, your application documents have to be rock solid. I mean, perfect. No cutting corners. So to help you do that, we've put together a really simple checklist. Think of this as your game plan for building the strongest possible case for yourself, even before you hit that book appointment button. Let's run through it. Step 1, always double-check you're on the right official provider's website. Step 2, this is huge. Gather as much strong proof of your ties to Algeria as you can. We're talking job contracts, property deeds, family records, anything that says, I have every reason to come back home. 3, just verify the current visa fee and how they want you to pay. And 4, be ready for biometrics. They're going to take your photo and fingerprints. But, if you remember just one thing from this entire section, please let it be this. The single most important part of your application is proving your intent to return home. That is the factor they weigh the most heavily. Make that part of your file absolutely undeniable. Now, let's zoom out for a second, because this isn't just about France. There is a massive, brand new system coming for the entire European Union that is going to affect every single non-EU traveler, Algerians included. It's called the Entry/Exit System, or EES. So what is it? Think of it like a new automated digital system at the border. It's going to electronically register you every time you enter and every time you leave the Schengen zone. It's way more than just a digital passport stamp. It's a complete modernization of border security. And don't think this is some far-off idea for the distant future. The rollout is set to start in October 2025. That is right around the corner. So any travel you're planning for late next year and beyond will be under this new system. So what will this actually feel like for you at the airport? Well, when you get to the border, you'll give your fingerprints and a facial scan. The system creates a digital file for you. It logs when you enter, logs when you leave, and automatically keeps track of how many days you have left on your visa. It means any overstay is instantly flagged across the entire system. So when we put all of this together, a new provider, way more scrutiny, and a huge new biometric tracking system, it all leads back to one big question, right? In this new era, is meticulous, careful preparation the most critical part of your application? And based on everything we're seeing, the answer is a clear and resounding yes.